Hello students, today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter number 5, Sports and Environment. Introduction of Sports and Environment. Introduction means a formal presentations of one person to another in which is told the other name, that is called introduction. And sports and environment is the condition and circumstances in which sports person perform to indulge in a sports activity is called sports and environment. Today in many countries, today means at present day, many countries, many means a large number of countries means there are 195 countries in the world today. Sport and the environment is understood. Sports and environment को समझने की कोशिश की जा रही है as a highly important means high level subject matter of discussions. Scientists deals with the issues as well as authorities. Scientist means is a someone who conduct scientific research to advance knowledge in any field. Deals means to engage this issue as well as authority, as well as means an equally good results. Authority means the power of right to give orders. Sports associations is a group of people formed for the purpose of playing sports. And conservations groups means an informal talk involving two people or a small group of people is called a conservation groups. Healthy environment is the foundation of good health. Healthy environment means the environment which is fit for the games and sports. Is a foundation means the basis principle of good health. Good health means state of complete physical, mental, social well-beings, not merely absence of disease, is called good health, as it is a safe means secure. Sports environment promotes and helps to develop good health. Sports environment promotes means to give a sport, and help means to assist to develop good health. एक अच्छी से health means state of complete physical, mental, social well-beings, not merely absence of disease, is called good health. Sports environment re-energizes us with full of enthusiasm and creativity. Sports environments re-energizes mean give fresh vitalities or enthusiasms with full of enthusiasm and creativity. Full of enthusiasm means strong excitement about something, and creativity as the tendency to generate ideas or possibilities that may be useful solving problems is called creativity. It plays an important role in a child development. If plays an important role, ये जो खेल जो है बच्चे की डेवलपमेंट में एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण रोल जो है, करेक्टर जो है वो निभा सकता है. चाइल्ड डेवलपमेंट इन्वॉल्व्स द बायोलॉजिकल, psychological and emotional charges that occur in human beings is called a child development. Sports environment is the condition and circumstances in which sports person perform or indulge in sports activities. Sports environment is the conditions mean state, and circumstances mean fact in which sports persons, a person who is involved in sports, perform means to do activities or indulge means allow oneself to enjoy the pleasures. to sports activities means all forms of usually competitive physical activity which organized and participations is called sports activities. Sports person including the related persons to sports such as coaches, teachers of physical education and other officials must know and pay proper attention to sports environment. Sports persons means all forms of usually competitive physical activity which organized and participations, and sports persons means those who are taking part in games and sports including and related persons to sports. तो ये लोग क्या हैं, connected हैं किसके साथ, sports के साथ, such as coaches. Coaches mean a coach is someone who gives people special teaching in a particular subject is called a coaches. Teachers of physical education mean they are responsible for the education in physical activity and learning. And other officials means relating to an authority must know, उनको पता होना चाहिए, and pay proper attention mean take notice of someone or something to a sports environment को ध्यान में रखकर. Sports represents a significant part of different lifestyles and thus automatically becomes a subject of discussions. Sports represent means sports includes all forms of competitive activity. Significant means a important part of different lifestyles. Different lifestyles means a person who loves to always become busy or productive is called different lifestyles, and thus automatically mean no direct human control. Subject of discussion mean some situations or event that is thought as out is called subject discussions. Many sports associations have built up professional and voluntary structures and include environment issues in their public relations. Many sports बहुत सी स्पोर्ट्स एसोसिएशंस हैं. स्पोर्ट्स एसोसिएशंस क्या होती हैं, ये पब्लिक और प्राइवेट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस फॉर द एथलीट्स एंड स्पोर्ट्स enthusiasts is called sports associations. Build up means to growth. Professional means an engaged in a specified activity as one's main and occupations rather than as an amateurs is called professional. And voluntary structures means voluntary sector is usually comprised of organizations whose purpose is to benefit and enrich the society is called a voluntary structures. Includes means comprise of environment issues. तो जितने भी environment issues हैं relating to the in their public relations means the relationship between a famous persons and the public is called public relations. The International Olympic Committee in close cooperation with the United Nations programs hosted a world conference on sport and the environment in 1995 at which IOC President Samaranch expressed the International Olympic Committee is to resolve to ensure that the environment becomes a third dimension of the organizations of Olympic Games, the first and the second sport and the culture. The International Olympic Committee. International Olympic Committee means is a non-government sports organization based in Switzerland. It has authority and responsibility for organizing the modern summer winter Olympic Games. Close cooperation means process of working together the same and very closely with the United Nations environment programs. United Nations environment programs means responsible for coordinating the UN's environmental activities and assisting developing countries in implementing environmental sound policies and practices is called a United Nations environmental programs. Hosted means to act as a host an event, a world conference. It was founded in 1945 to promote peace, security and economic development is called a world conference on sports and the environment. स्पोर्ट्स और environment पर जो कमेटी बनाई गई थी means it is the condition or and circumstances in which sports persons perform in sports activities is called a sports environment. In 1995 at which IOC mean International Olympic Council और Committee president उसके जो president थे समारंच expressed means उन्होंने अपने views statements दिए. The international committee is resolved to ensure that the environment, the International Olympic Committee जो IOC की committee means a group of people appointed for specific functions is resolved mean to do something to ensure make certain that will occur that the environment becomes means a natural world as a whole becomes means suit the third dimensions means three dimensions of environment economy and society or is called third dimensions of the organizations. An organized group of people with a particular purpose is called an organizations of a Olympic Games. Games were held every 4 years in different countries of the world is called Olympic Games. The first and the second, पहली और दूसरा, sport and culture means a culture is the expressions of teams, values, attitudes and beliefs about sports and competitions. Thank you.